Alright, assalamu alaikum, shalom everyone, Islam to all the Moors. I'm Dr. Yasaka, welcome to the free Astrotheology course. So we're still in the Astrology of the Old Testament, or the Lost Word Regained. Published in 1892, the author is Carl Anderson. There's a link, y'all, in the community page. So y'all go to the community page and, no, not the community page, the link, yeah, to the community page. And you can download this for free, all right, you get a free PDF. All right, so let's pick it up. We're still on the moon. Okay, so the lunar zodiac in the Clock of Destiny, Volume 1. On page 25, C.M. Bay talks about the lunar moon. Okay, so let's follow up with that. I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to name the houses, and then we're going to move on. Name the mansions, rather, and then we're going to move on, okay? So, the intellectual zodiac, this is the lunar moon, the interpretation of the moon in the 12 signs, in the 12 zodiac signs, and then there are 28 lunar mansions, right, y'all? He says here, C.M. Bay says, take time out, study for yourself, and the reason why he's saying that is because the moon affects every aspect of your daily life, all right, from birth to death, everything you do, the moon's electromagnetic effect is involved, all right? So if you go to page, we covered this already, 25, 26, and 27, okay? You can get the man's, our body parts. So for example, the head is 30 degrees. Okay, so the moon is in Aries. So when the moon is in Aries, that's the head. The neck, 60 degrees. The moon is in Taurus. Okay, so let me show it. It's Adam Cadnan. Of course, y'all know. I believe I fixed. The last video I did, the images were reversed. But I believe I fixed that. So let me show you Adam Cadnan before I at least show you that. The zodiacal man, whether the Zodiac man. The Zodiac man. All right. Now in some pictures, the signs might be different. Okay, so this one comes out of, I think it's the Zodiac and the Bible. No, the Zodiac and the New Testament, but this is a very old image because that author got it from someplace else. Okay, y'all? So y'all see Aries, the head. Okay, Aries, the head. Taurus, the neck. Taurus, the neck, so on and so forth. So on page 27, 25, 26, and 27, y'all can get the meaning of this, all right? So these zodiac signs actually represents parts of the body. And this is of course, relating to, or this is the, relating to the lunar zodiac. The lunar zodiac when the moon, hold on. Okay. So, for example, 30 degrees, moon in Aries. This is the head. So the moon is in Aries there. All right, 60 degrees. 60 degrees, the moon is in Taurus, okay, which is the neck. At 90 degrees, the moon is in Gemini, which is the lungs, all right? At 120 degrees, the moon is in Cancer, which is the breast, or which are the breasts, right? That's the 6 and the inverted 6. When you flip them, they look like a breast. If you flip them again, it looks like 6-9. It's Cancer. And hold on, y'all. My screensaver keeps going because my battery is about to go out. So the heart is 150 degrees. That's when the moon is in Leo. 180 degrees, the moon is in Virgo. That's the intestines. 210 degrees, the moon is in Libra. That's the kidneys. And then the sexual organs, okay? 240 degrees. 240 degrees. The moon is in Scorpio, okay? So this is the third fixed angle of mid-fall. Let me go back. The heart is the second fixed angle. Hold on. So the heart is the second fixed angle, which is midsummer. That's 150 degrees, all right? 270 degrees, the moon is in Sagittarius, that's the hips. All right. 270 degrees, the moon is in Sagittarius, that's the hips. And then the knees. 300 degrees, the moon is in Capricorn. 300 degrees, the moon is in Capricorn. The moon is in Capricorn, okay? 300 degrees, which is the knees. And then the ankles, 330 degrees, the moon is in Aquarius. Okay, so the ankles, the moon is in Aquarius, 330 degrees. And then 360 degrees, the moon is in Pisces. The moon is in Pisces, and Pisces is, give me 1 second, y'all. Oh yeah, this is the ankle. So the moon in Aquarius and the moon in Pisces, those are the ankles. The moon in Aquarius at 330 degrees, that's the ankle. And then the moon in 360 degrees, the moon is in Pisces, that's the other ankle. Okay, that's the other ankle. All right, y'all? Okay. And that's that. So let me just briefly introduce the lunar mansions. Okay. I'm just gonna read them in so that anybody who wants to study this information, you'll have it, okay? Okay, so this is coming out of The Gospel in the Stars by Joseph A. Seiss. Of course, he's a big name, right? He's a big name in astrology. I think it's page 112. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the names, page 112, the names of the lunar mansions. The first mansion, the name of the first mansion is Al-Awa, A-L, space, A-W-A, Al-Awa, it means the desire. The name of the second mansion is called Simak, S-I-M-A-K, Simak, Al-Azel, Simak, Al-Azel, S-I-M-A-K, space, A-L, space, A-Z-E-L. Okay? Which means the branch of the power of God. All right? Let me continue. There's another one, hold on. Okay, the third mansion. The third mansion is called Caphir. Caphir. Caphir, which means the atonement, the propitiatory, the propitiation by sacrifice, okay? And those three mansions correspond to Virgo. They correspond to Virgo. All right, so those three mansions are conjoined to Virgo or joined to Virgo, okay? So the fourth mansion is named Al-Zubina. Al-Zubina, A-L space Z-U-B-E-N-A. Al-Zubina, which means the redeeming, the regaining by purchase, the buyback. The fifth mansion is named Al-Iklil. I-C-L-I-L. Okay, so A-L space I-C-L-I-L. I think that's Iklil, or maybe Is-Lil. It means the complete submission. The complete submission. Okay, so those last two, Al-Zubina and Al-Iklil, these are conjoined to Libra. So keep in mind, scholars, that Libra was not in the original solar zodiacal projection. Libra was inserted between Virgo, Scorpio. Virgo, Scorpio at one time was one zodiac sign, right? And then at the original fall of man, Libra was inserted between them, okay? So that led to two new zodiac signs. Virgo, Scorpio were split into two, Virgo and Scorpio, and then Libra was placed in the middle. So now these two mansions, lunar constellation mansions, Al-Zubina and Al-Iklil, are conjoined to Libra. All right? So let's continue. Okay, so according to the author, and the list proceeds, the list of lunar mansions, and the list proceeds in strict accord with the scriptural prophecies and descriptions of the seed of the woman. So y'all have to keep in mind that these gospels were originally written by ancient Hermetic people, okay, and they were used in some type of ceremonial ritual. I don't remember what it was, but you can get that out of the Devil's Pulpit. The link to the free PDF is in the description area of this video. But they used the Gospels during that ceremony. That's a Hermetic priest, okay? That's where the four Gospels are coming from. And the four Gospels represent winter, summer, spring, and fall. Okay, 4 seasons, 4 Gospels. And not only that, but they were, if I remember correctly, they were called magic spell books or something like that. Y'all check the Devil's Pulpit. It's right there in there. It's not hard to find. Okay, the author continues, thus corresponding to Scorpio. Corresponding to Scorpio, of course, means the lunar mansions that are conjoined or that are associated with Scorpio, all right? So here we are, Al-Kalb, A-L space, K-L, A-L space, K-A-L-B, which means the cleaving or wounding. Al-Shula, A-L space, H-A, ULA, which means the sting, the deadly wound, corresponding to Sagittarius. Al-Naim, Al-Name, AL space NAIM, which means the gracious, the delighted in. Al-Belda, AL space BELDAH, which means hastily coming as to judgment. So far, the reference plainly is to the person and work of Christ as respects himself. Now, y'all, you have to remember that Christ is the S-U-N Son, who is the S-O-N Son, okay, of God. And God the Father is also the S-U-N Son, okay? As is the first quaternary of the solar zodiac. The succeeding series of mansions, okay, the succeeding series runs thus, corresponding to Capricorn or Capricornus, Al-Diba or Al-Diba, AL space DIBAH, which means the sacrifice slain, corresponding to Aquarius, Sa'ad al-Ula, Sa'ad, S-A-A-D, space A-L, space B-U-L-A, witness of the rising or drinking in. Sa'ad al-Su'ad, S-A-A-D, space A-L, space S-U-U-D, which means witness of the swimming or outpouring. Al-Akbaya, A-L space A-C-H-B-I-Y-A, which means the fountain of pouring. So we just got a few more to go, y'all, and then we'll be finished, all right? Corresponding to Pisces, Al-Ferg, A-L space P-H-E-R-G. So Al-Ferg, Al-Much-Adin. Okay, so that's one name, Al-Ferg, Al-Much-Adin. So so A-L-M-U-C-H-A-D-D-E-M. So Al-Ferg, Al-Much-Adin means the progeny of the ancient times, okay, or the children or the offspring of ancient times. Al-Ferg, Al-Maklar, so A-L space P-H-E-R-G space A-L space M-U-A-C-H-H-E-R, which means the progeny of the later times, okay? So the children of the later or more recent times, okay? Or less ancient times. Al-Risha, A-L space R-I-S-H-A, which means the band or the joined together. So corresponding to Aries, Al-Sheratan, A-L space S-H-E-R-A-T-A-N, which means the wounded that was cut off. Al-Botin, A-L space B-O-T-E-I-N, which means the treading underfoot. Al-Thoraya, A-L space T-H-U-R-A-I-Y-A, which means the enemy punished. These names thus run in remarkable parallel of meaning with the signs and more ample showing in the second quaternary of the solar zodiac. It is the same also with regard to the rest of these names as compared with the last four signs. So let's do the last four signs and then we'll be done with the lunar moon, okay? Corresponding to Taurus, Al-Debaran, A-L-D-E-B-A-R-A-N, which means the leader, the governor, the subduer. Al-Haka, A-L space H-E-K-A, which means the driving away. Corresponding to Gemini, Al-Henna, A-L space H-E-N-A-H, which means the wounded in the foot. Al-Dira, A-L space D-I-R-A-H, which means the ill-treated, corresponding to Cancer, Al-Nethra, A-L space, N-E-T-H-R-A, which means the treasure, the possession, Al-Terfa, A-L space, T-E-R-P-H-A, which means the healed, the delivered, the saved, corresponding to Leo, Al-Giba, A-L space, G-I-E-B-A, which means the exaltation, the prince, Al-Zubra, A-L space, Z-U-B-R-A, which means the headed up, as sin and delayed punishment, Al-Surfa, A-L space, S-E-R-P-H-A, which means the burning, the funeral pyre. The whole series of these names thus runs parallel with the signs of the solar zodiac and ends up precisely in the same way, proving that they are of a piece with it. So what that means in a very convoluted way is the author is saying that the names of the mansions of the moon show that they are a part of the solar zodiac. In other words, they're conjoined to the solar zodiac, and each of those groups are conjoined to the zodiac sign that I read along with it, corresponding to, okay? Anyway, so that's that, y'all. So let me end this just going back to CM Bay and in the Clock of Destiny, Volume 1, this is what he says. Let me go back here. On page 25, this is what he says. The more knowledge woman possesses of the zodiac, the wiser the child to be born will be. Woman is the great creator of both good and evil. The intellectual zodiac, the interpretation of the moon. So this corresponds to the lunar zodiac and each of the body parts that we just looked at with the zodiacal man. The interpretation of the moon in the 12 signs. Take time out, study yourself. Bear in mind that the interpretation of the moon passing through the 12 signs applies to daily activities as well as birth. The interpretation of the moon in each sign is also as important to woman as to the interpretation of the sun. So that would be the sun, or what, y'all? The solar zodiacal system, okay? Hold on a second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me go back to page 24. I'll just read the bottom 3 paragraphs. As the S-U-N sun is the giver of life, we are born into the world endowed with wisdom, ready for cultivation as we slowly advance. So wisdom, you get wiser as you get older, or at least you should, right? That's what he's saying. Therefore, the interpretation of the sun and the 12 signs, therefore, the interpretation of the solar or ecliptical zodiac applied to our daily activities as well as birth. So this is why he's saying that the moon, the lunar moon zodiac is just as important, or even this author says it's even more important, and that it's more ancient than the solar zodiac. Okay? All right. The fact remains that the human body constitutes the 12 signs of the zodiac. Space and time, we went over that, the zodiac man. Man is mind, matter, motion, and form that measurably perfects from past memory of its many manifestation in life. Note, George Washington Carver in Asiatic peanut genius of Tuskegee Institute, Alabama, was one of the greatest scientists in the world. Memory or mind never forgets. He's talking about, in my opinion, the Akashic Records. Mind, and besides, y'all, mind is all knowledge there ever was, there ever is, and that there ever could be. It's everything. It's the all, right? Okay, so he continues. Memory or mind never forgets. Mind is the cause of all things. So mind is the cause of all things. Consciousness, awareness, all consciousness, all awareness, all intelligence. Okay, in religion they say divine providence or infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it. Okay, or all awareness, whatever. And so mind is the first Hermetic law, and then the other 6 Hermetic laws emanate from the first, which is mind, and thought is a function of the mind, okay? Which therefore makes woman the law of cause and effect, and he puts here, or evolution. Now, I disagree with him strongly on evolution. I know for a fact that scientifically, evolution is an impossibility. Because you can never get something from nothing in any case. Okay, and there is no beginning and there is no end. This is all Western science, fantasy, made up stuff to support evolution, and then ultimately still in the aboriginal or the original or the Moors, the original man, the Moors, Genesis chapter 2, still in their birthright, okay, under the lie that that they evolved. Everybody evolved, and so therefore, since the hybrid is the most recent to appear, they're the most advanced. Okay, now that's absolutely ridiculous from a scientific point of view, as far as I can see. And anybody who looks at the intricacies of just even one living cell, right? Not just the organelles, the biochemistry, not just the structural elements, but in order for that to happen, there had to be what? Intelligence. There's absolutely no way. The only way evolutionists can deal with this is through huge amounts of time and probability, but when you look at the probability statistics on it, it's still impossible. Okay, but it's the only way that they can maintain their hustle, which is to hustle you out of your birthright. Okay, but anyway, let's keep going. Memory or mind never forgets. Mind, the first Hermetic law, is the cause of all things. That's right. Mind. All the Hermetic laws emanate from the first, which is mind. Okay, the universe exists in the mind of the all. Thought is a function of the mind. All right? Which therefore makes woman, the man with the womb, the law of cause and effect. So, cause and effect is one of the Hermetic laws. So, the mother carries the baby 9 months, and then the baby comes out. So whatever the mother experiences and how she spends her time, whatever she experiences in terms of her emotions, activities, etc., that's going to impact the psychology or even the psychological well-being and the etc. of the baby when it comes out. So therefore, it's lifestyle. Also, let's say if the mother is drinking. Y'all see what I mean? During the first couple days, weeks of her pregnancy, drinking heavily. Okay, if she's malnutrition, birth defects can occur. Y'all see what I mean? Just on that basic level. So cause and effect. So the author makes a point that the more the mother understands about astrology, or in other words, nature, how the world works, the more brilliant her offspring will be. Because if she understands how the world works, if she understands nature, she's going to take care of herself, not just her nutrition, not just her emotional state, but her physical body, the relationships that she have with her hygiene, everything. She's going to take care of that. And she's going to have the child connected to nature because she's connected to nature. She's studying nature. Y'all see what I mean? And that's going to have a positive effect. So her cause, those activities will have a positive effect on her heir when it comes out. If she's doing things that are harmful, it's going to have a negative effect. Y'all see it? Anyway, let's continue with what this brother is saying. Let's go over to the next page. And then he continues, the more knowledge woman possesses of the zodiac, the wiser the child will be. Y'all see that? The wiser the child will be. So the child is not going to be a victim of religion. The child is, be it religion in a church, mosque, synagogue, or temple, or a religion in a university classroom. Y'all know science has become religion. I don't care what science it is. The medical sciences is now religion. They got high priests, right? They make the doctrine. They set up these peer-reviewed panels. And if you disagree, or if you bring information that's not a part of their official doctrine, well, you stand a good chance of getting kicked out or getting ostracized, blackballed. Okay? You have to do things and agree with or present their doctrine. So they're there to maintain the status quo. The same way any religion, their clergy, their elder body, their generals, okay, their governing body, they're there to maintain the doctrine and to make sure nobody changes that doctrine. Okay? Or if the doctrine is going to be changed, it's going to be changed through them. This is what happens in science. Okay? Even in government, they're doing the same stuff. It's a priesthood. Okay? It is a priesthood. All right? So anyway, the more knowledge woman possesses of the zodiac, the wiser the child will be. The child will be connected to nature, and the child will observe and study nature and live in harmony with nature and study real science, real engineering. Okay, and the child will be happy because he's not eating processed food, fake food, taking all types of poisonous molecules. No. Okay? Woman is the creator of both good and evil through her babies. I think this is what the author is saying. Through her babies. Not just through the pregnancy, but through the influence. Right? Through the influence of the parenting. And then even when they become adults, the influence that the mother still has. All right? So whether you all agree with that, I have no idea, but I certainly agree with it. So we're going to do a lot more. We're going to do a lot more with CM Bay. Okay, we're going to do a lot more with CM Bay. And every opportunity that I get, I'm going to bring in Clock of Destiny Volume 1 and Volume 2 and anything else, all right? So these last, I think, 3 or 4 classes were good for me because we got to finally go into supplementary books. All right, so I'm going to end it right here. Islam to all the Moors. If y'all want to get the Clock of Destiny, you can get it off of enforcetheconstitution.org. I'm not sure if I know Volume 1 is there, but I think Volume 2 is also there. So you can get Volume 1 and Volume 2, okay? I think it's under study material for Moors. All right, y'all. And let me see. Let me see if I can find the cover page for Volume. Yeah. So you can get Volume 2 there too. So this is the cover page for Clock of Destiny Volume 2. Y'all see it? All right. So that's what it looks like. All right. So that's Volume 2. And this is Volume 1. Okay, so y'all should be able to, now you know what they look like. They haven't been tampered with. All right. All right. I'm gonna call it a day, y'all. I'm good and tired. All right. So I'll see y'all in the next video. If you have any questions or comments, put it in the comment section.